my god, we're live. We're live.
Nothing's.
Oh my god! Wait,
Oh my
Quivine, what
God.
the fuck are you doing? You're
God,
telling
this
no.
guy.
Oh my Jesus!
Hello and
What do you
welcome to RTÉ Studios. Here we are joined by Neve
No.
Clark, Quivine, Jeremy O'Mara, and some other people. Too many people at this point. We will be streaming election night to you all lovely people. And we will also have amendment results, I believe. So these will be very exciting to see as we move throughout the night today. I mean, I can't actually stream it, so anyone who's in the who's watching from the live anyone who's watching from the studio, anyone who's watching from the live stage, I can't stream there, but it's being streamed on YouTube. Don't worry. I don't know. I don't have permissions or something.
It's his first day. Just give him a chance.
No, shut up. What fucking role is it to share your screen? Fuck Lewis and his role changes. Fuck that.
Anyway, we are, like I said, we are going to be delivering these results to you throughout the night. I'm just going to quickly run over and check. Okay, so we do have
Jeremy,
people in
put
the
clothes
spin
on
room.
now, Orly.
I'm wearing clothes. I
No,
don't
you're
know what
not.
to say.
Change. Put clothes on.
Okay, I'm gonna send you what I see. Okay, I'm gonna send you what I see.
Okay, you're gonna have to read.
Refreshing him works. Because I also can't see him in any clothes, so.
Many clothes, any clothes, really. No.
No, he's got trousers on my alt account. I think
Still
Roblox
no
is just.
clothes.
We've got a lot of people up in the stage behind us. Not in the stage, in the balcony behind us. So, just know they're not employed by RTÉ, and anything they try to do up there, it's not any of our doing. And if they start spelling things like they did in that Beatles album, I think it's called Help. We don't endorse any messages they put there.
Dan, you should try to do a sleep album because I'm snoring right now.
Dan,
okay, well, we'll move over to results.
Start the
as soon as
stream on
possible.
Discord. You have the role. Start
Okay.
the stream on Discord.
We obviously apologise for a lot of the difficulties that have been occurring. I mean, we also got told by the Electoral Commission to be delayed a bit. But we are here now, and we are streaming election night. So, I mean, Neve, do you have any thing to add on to that?
Well, I think it'd be really nice if we'd have doors, but we don't. So anyone can really walk in here. And you know, I think if you voted for the Social Democrats this election, you gotta stop and ask yourself why. I think if you voted for Fine Gael, the sentiment is the same. I think every Fianna Fáil leader is just a clone of the other. I think there's no individuality there. I think they are just all the same. And then Labour, I mean, every row government really ends up being the exact same because there's no such thing as really being radical on Roblox, because you can't deport people because then group staff stops you. So really, it's about to be, this term's going to be exact same as the last. We hopefully will see a more active Dáil, but really nothing changes usually.
Well, trying to stick on the subject of optimism, I think that the results we're going to see here today are going to be very mixed. I think that a lot of people can argue a case for all of the parties to either win or lose this election. I think more so for some parties than others, and I think we'll be seeing that throughout the votes and the seats given out tonight. I'll quickly move over to Jeremy now. Do you have any remarks about this election?
No.
Okay, moving over to the former president, Quivine.
Yep.
What?
Oh my god,
What are
Quivine,
your
any
thoughts
thoughts on the
on this
election?
election?
Nice.
Well, going into the election, those are all of our thoughts from the panelists here today. So, I think
Okay, I will say something.
Okay, go ahead.
Shut the fuck up.
4 parties again, which is a sign that we can sustain 5 in a way, I think, if you can agree. Before we had 5 and things went well, but our politics were spread out far more thin than we could have managed. If you understand what I mean. the Green Party is out and has been out for a while. I'm still not sure where their membership has gone. I don't know if it has gone to the Fine
Labour.
Gael or like the Labour Party or anything. And I think it's something interesting to discuss now that Bo is leader, you know? Because in my opinion, the Green Party was very around Bo. And now that she leads the other one, maybe she has the support from there. Unless they have migrated to other parties.
Right, I see.
Any
So
thoughts?
those are those are your thoughts. I think that with Fine Gael, we have seen, at least in my opinion, since Bo has joined the party, the results have been only going up for them. Even when I think a lot of people would argue that the results should have gone down, you know, with Oswald and such, and all the scandals surrounding him. So I think it'll be very interesting to see how Fine Gael does this election. I think a lot of people in this chat, at least, couldn't tell you they voted for Fine Gael, but I think we'll still see them doing quite a bit in a seat number, you know, throwing the door a bit off course. So I think it will be incredibly interesting. Again, with the results, I mean, I don't really have any other word for it. It is going to be just interesting because every party has a chance to win or lose this election, and I mean, they've all been these are all new leaders, by the way. I mean, apart from Bo, if you don't, but even as she's new to the Fine Gael party. So we will be seeing, I think, a very big shift maybe in politics with all these new leaders. So I mean, if there's any thoughts on that there.
Well, that doesn't really answer my question. Not directly, at least. Because what I told you was where the Green Party supporters have gone. Where have they gone, you know?
Home.
Maybe they support Fine Gael now. The party is still very plagued by the scandal from before. I don't want to say the names or anything, but I think we all know them. So, yes, it will absolutely affect the results because it is really, really recent.
Oh,
But
if I'm being
also, there are
honest, I
some
didn't pay
people-
attention to your question, so I didn't actually hear.
There are some. Yeah, I'm sure you didn't. I noticed you didn't. You don't have to say it. I know you didn't listen to me.
Queeveen, that's such an
Anyway.
interesting question.
I'm very
actually.
sorry
That's
because
actually-
I didn't. I'm
I
really
wish we
sorry I
could touch
didn't
on that.
listen. But I can answer again if. you'd
Okay, let's
like.
move on. Let's move on.
I think this is a great time.
There
to
are
move on.
some people who cannot say who they have voted for, and they sometimes are part of the majority. So you have to think about that. I don't think people will go out and say I voted Fine Gael now, because right now, if you do so, then you are pretty much supportive of what happened before, even though you cannot really attribute Bo directly to the scandals. Understand any of that?
I think again.
Let's
I was
move on.
So I was trying to fix Jeremy's shirt there because I mean we can't have a
course.
naked presenter. Oh, are we getting results in? Oh no, we've got a new. Okay,
No,
never mind. We've got a
no.
new channel. I just got acid in it.
So we
Um,
can't have nude presenters, but we can have stupid presenters. This is very, very.
Jeremy, shut the fuck up. You're coming off the stage. You're being
Hold on.
disrespectful.
I don't know how he wants me to bring him when I. Did he leave or something?
Are we going to do something or not?
Right, I think we should do something. We should recooperate, and I suppose move over to the spin room. I don't think we have anyone to do that. But Quiveen, you were very big on the political scene once upon a time. So do you want to speak to some of the party guests here?
No, I think we should get Vic to do it. Let me ask her.
Oh,
She
okay.
she did it
Oh,
last time.
Victoria, she was an amazing. Ever since that whole incident where I couldn't speak.
The spin room.
Oh my God, she's here.
Come on. Raise your hand.
Oh,
Vicky.
the polls have closed. The polls have closed. Exit polls are coming soon, so we can't.
I
we
will
can't
do it.
Go
I will
over
do
to
it.
the spin room soon. Okay, he's going
I will
to
do it,
the...
Victoria. Sit your ass
No,
down.
Vic will
okay?
do
Oh,
the
no,
spin
no,
room.
Vic-
Vic
Victoria will
the
do
spin
it.
room.
Victoria will do it.
Oh, let me just mod you.
Where
Vic.
even is the spin room? What?
It's right there. Through the couch.
Is this
the
a
couch.
spin room?
Mhm.
Okay, so whilst the presenters fight over the spin room,
Who?
Victoria,
when
do
can
the
I
spin room.
when can I release these? When can I release the exit poll results? Well, I do believe they're coming any second now. I'm just waiting to be told so that I'm allowed to send them off. Okay, so the poll will be appearing on the stream very shortly. I'm just trying to download the file now. And once it's downloaded and on the stream, I will read all the results out to you. Well, the exit poll. Oh, we also have the referendum votes here, so we've got quite a few. Okay, so Neve, if you could quickly take over whilst I deal with all of this.
Whilst I'm eating carrot cake, I think this election, we saw for the first time the Social Democrats be quite lazy, because I don't know if I just wasn't paying attention, but until towards the end, we barely saw anything. I haven't read it, and I don't intend to, but from what I've heard, their manifesto was pretty lackluster. But Quiveen, in your time in Ireland, have the Social Democrats ever actually dropped below like one like 2 seats? Because the time I've been here, they've sat always on 4 as the absolute lowest.
Yeah, they have. They have been to 1 seat before. And it went from like 7 seats to 1 seat, I think.
I know
Because
during Brian O'Kearney's reign, he went through to 3 seats. I'm pretty sure.
Well, Quiveen just died again, I guess.
Okay. You need to bring it up. Okay, well, because I've now been given this chance to, let me just make sure it's not visible so I can load it in properly. I have got the exit poll results here, and they will be flashing upon the screens of those watching the stream any second now. So whilst I'm just quickly changing any animation.
Can we do something about Jesse being inappropriate with Dave? Dave is gay and it's making him uncomfortable. He doesn't want the weapons.
Okay, so the exit poll results are, with the largest party being the Labour Party on 12 seats, the Social Democrats on 5, Fianna Fáil on 4, and Fine Gael on also on 4 seats themselves. So this is a very interesting result. I mean, I'm going to quickly go off to Neve again, or Quiveen, because I'm sure they have a lot to say about this.
What is it, Labour 12?
Can I see the results first?
Yeah, I don't know. I
hold
forgot
on.
what you
Okay,
said.
I'll put it. So Labour is going to be the largest party with 12 seats according to the exit poll. We will put it up in the corner over there. Just the exit poll for now. And then the Social Democrats will be sitting on 5 seats. The Fianna Fáil party on 4. And the Fine Gael party on 4. So I think that is predicting a Labour majority there as well. So if we look over who is it? Because I swear Oscar got 5. Oh, I'm not sure. 12.
Majority is 13.
Okay, so it's very, very close to majority, and we see a similar situation that Oscar was posed with when he was leading the Social Democrats, where every party would either have to coalition with themselves or with the Social Democrats, but in this case, the Labour Party. So it does seem, if this exit poll is something to go off of, Labour Party will be the most likely party to enter a coalition. So, I mean, with them being the largest party, I think, do we have any kind of thoughts from the panel here?
Well, I think it's important to say, first of all, off the back, the exit poll is almost always wrong. But I do think the sentiment of this exit poll is somewhat right. I do think we'll be seeing Labour as the largest party this election, followed by Fianna Fáil as second, Social Democrats third, and then Fine Gael fourth, because although the Social Democrats have been extremely silent, and they might have done stuff, but I don't remember as being Secretary General and Ceann Comhairle this term having seen any bills from them. Yeah, Fianna Fáil second, and it's not as though they have like the same luck as the Social Democrats to always hold on to a certain amount of seats, because they don't. We saw them drop to 2 in recent times, not that long ago. But Fine Gael, they've just had too many scandals, too many dickhead leaders, and the leader they have now was a Green Party leader, and is now branding herself as a radical conservative ginger woman, which is, how do you go from Green Party to Fine Gael? So just kind of like questioning their morals. And then
Well-
also their leader was banned. Then their, like, what was it, deputy leader was banned? I don't know. It was another Fine Gaeler was banned as well. Like,
Well,
that's
it's
too
not really
much.
about ideology, but more so about the Green Party itself. The Green Party under Bo was probably more towards the right than the left, you know, because formally the Green Party is center, but the leaders shape the policy. So the policy which I have seen from Bo as Green leader has been right leaning. Makes sense that she went to Fine Gael as well, because they had a vacancy and she wanted to be leader. Some things are not always about the people before, but rather the opportunity that comes. And Bo took that, and she could very well be Taoiseach in the future. I'm saying this now, and you will call me crazy, but give it 2 elections, give it 3 elections. If she sticks on, she will definitely be Taoiseach at one point, even if it's a brief tenure.
Well,
Okay.
we've got
She has time to
Yeah.
build support. That's all. And
I
4 seats
will-
is strong.
Okay, so just some information on how we're going to be releasing all of this. I will be presenting you the exit poll for the referendums in just a second for the referenda. But there is also, how it's going to work is the Electoral Commission will be telling us the batches of the results for the amendments. So they'll be telling us the votes that they've counted so far. And I assume they'll keep it very close unless it's massive nil and but very small tie. I think at that point you can already predict who will win the what vote would win. So I'm going to quickly get everything. I've just realised I've left the thing on the screen. Hold on. So whilst we do wait for the exit poll just to be released in just a second, Neve, what do you make of the second referendum, which I do believe was quite a controversial one?
Was that the protest one?
I believe so.
I didn't really, I didn't engage much with it at all because whilst I don't know why they made this referendum, because the game is so dead. Protesting has not been an issue, nor will it ever be. And they're talking about roads. Wasn't it like did it say obstructing motorways?
Could have been something like that. I think it was obstructing
If
transportation.
it mentioned
etc.
motorways, well, number one, barely anyone in the border game has a car because they're very expensive and you have to play for a long time to get one. So most people are walking. Number two, the border game is dead. So most people aren't walking because they're not playing. 3, there are no important buildings anywhere. Did it say something about important buildings and how you can't protest near them?
I think
Or am
so
I making
as
that up?
well. I mean that
Or is that
could be completely
Real life.
wrong.
I think that could be real life. But I just think it's totally unnecessary. Like, why are you doing that? Like, there's not even like any ulterior motive there because the game has never, in my time, been active enough for that to have ever been an issue. There has never been protests. The only thing there was when Conor Novak came online and he came onto the stage and we were already broadcasting something, and then it turned into this massive cross-border conflict thing and we were streaming it all, and then that was the only thing, and that wasn't even protesting. Like,
Well, we do have the referendum results now. That was Neve just giving us some opinions on them. So for referendum number 2, it will fail, according to this exit poll, with 67% voting no and 25.8% people voting yes. Now, moving over to referendum 3, I think this is amendment 3, that will pass with 87% voting yes and 9.7% voting no. It's 9.7% voting no. So I think that, I mean, there's not much to talk about referendum 3. No one really had any I mean, I didn't see anyone trying to debate against it. So, I mean, moving back to the amendment 2, this was one of the last things that Fianna Fáil government had done, was to bring out this amendment. And if it does fail, like, in such a way where it's not even close to a majority, I think we can see that some of that support for Fianna Fáil was dwindling, and then therefore we will see we could be seeing the support for Fianna Fáil dwindling. I mean, Neve, do you have anything to say on those results?
I mean, I don't think it's going to change anything, if I'm honest. But it's the only thing it does. It's just a notch on the belt, like for the person who proposed it. Yeah.
Alright, well, we will be moving over to the spin room now, but before we do leave you for just a moment here, I will be reading out the results just one more time from all of the exit polls we've had here. So the first exit poll declares that Labour Party will be the largest party with 12 seats, 1 seat shy of a majority. The Social Democrats on 5, Fianna Fáil on 4, and Fine Gael on 4. Then the referendum number 2, Amendment 2, that will fail with 67.7% of the population voting no and 25.8% voting yes. The rest will be undecided. And then referendum 3, 87.1% voting yes and 9.7% voting no. So, we'll move over to the spin room where we have some of our guests. Over to you, Victoria.
No.
Yes, hello. Welcome back to the spin room with the windows seemingly still broken. Right. So, as we have seen, Leah, you're here as the representative for the Labour Party and as well on the behalf of the nil campaign on the referendum, on the second referendum. So, as we've seen the results, how do you feel about those?
So is it just me or are we sitting in silence?
Oh,
She's not speaking.
Yeah.
so super happy about these results for the Neil campaign. I think it's great that the Irish people have rejected any sort of amendment to their constitutional rights and their rights on protest. It was an amendment that was not up to standards when you're discussing the rights of people protesting. I'm glad to see that it failed. I think it's important that it failed, and I recognise Neil's point about activity in the game, and I think that's a reason that some people voted Neil on it too. But I'm happy about it. I think everyone in the Labour Party and the Social Democrats are happy about it. I think it sends a clear message to the incumbent government, and whatever's going to be the next government and the government after that the Irish people are not willing to negotiate their rights if the amendment is not perfect, and if the amendment isn't really meaningful, and if the amendment isn't up to the standards that we would want when someone is making a constitutional amendment to how you're permitted to protest.
Thank you. Now on to William. You're here as the representative of the of Fianna Fáil. Seeing as the exit poll result only gives you 4 seats, that's more than half of your seats you currently have in the electors gone. How do you feel about that?
May I first say servus, Grysgott. I would, well, first off, to Leah there, who just answered that question, I don't think that was an exit poll, right? That was not a result of the referendum, if I'm correct. Is that correct, Dan?
Yes, it's an exit poll.
It's an exit poll, not the results. All right, thank you. Well, I just want to say Fianna Fáil never participates in polls, most of the time at least. We try to avoid them. We try to focus instead on the election instead of the polls. If that is the result that the Irish people want, that we are reduced to 4 seats, then I accept it, of course. We had a very different sort of policy this time around. We tried I'm never afraid of attempting something new, attempting, policy that you can actually disagree on. I think that is very important that you actually have as a political party. You have something that people can agree and disagree on. Now, when you write in your manifesto, oh, we're going to make this great, we're going to make that great, you don't have people disagreeing with that sentiment. Every party wants this. Every single party wants this as a reality. Now, we have policy, and because of that, it might be a reduction in votes. It might be a different assessment of how our party operates, but that is the reality of Fianna Fáil under my leadership.
Thank you.
By the way, Victoria Ognian is here as a representative of the Social Democrats. If you want to speak to them.
Oh well, can we get him on the?
He's not in game just yet, but he's in the VC.
Yeah, I'm joining.
Okay. Right. So the exit poll put you at 5 seats, if I'm not wrong. How do you feel about that? It's basically the same amount of seats you currently have, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, it is. It wouldn't be an improvement, nor would it be a loss of seats. How does that make you feel?
Well, we obviously expected more projected seats, but obviously, first of all, we are a government party, which is normal for government parties to expect a decline in popular support, as history showed us. After all, it's also an exit poll, so it is better to wait for the final results, because, as you know, as the representative of Fianna Fáil said, they don't usually vote on polls, which means that the exit poll will definitely be slightly different. So I guess my best piece of advice is to just wait till the results.
I see. Okay. Well, with that, I think we can go back to the studio.
Okay, we're back in the studio now. We're still waiting for not the Social Democrats, for the Electoral Commission to get back to us on any results so far. I will be working just to get these the exit poll on the bottom half of your screen for anyone watching the stream.
Okay, thank you.
Ask your question in chat and I'll read it out after. Quivine, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, but if you want to do your thing
No,
first,
please
then
go
I
ahead.
don't
Please
mind.
go ahead.
Okay then. I think it's important to discuss coalitions. Many parties, I think, have already ruled out each other, and we only have 4 now, which makes it more difficult for actually negotiating, right? When we had 5, we had a buffer party, which was the kingmaker, and now, if like 2 parties rule you out, you're basically out of government, I think. So I'm not up to date yet with all the politics, but if anyone can tell me and inform me which parties have ruled out, we can probably set up a good reality based on this exit poll.
Well, I think most likely coalition partners are obviously Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, Social Democrats and Labour. But I know that Labour under no circumstance will work with Fine Gael nor Fianna Fáil, and they consider with the Social Democrats, but mostly because the Social Democrats, having been a junior partner so many times, are seen as just a pushover, and they're happy to be that. They take the least important ministerial portfolios, they make the least waves, and yeah, but I think to see Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael work together, which could be a reality, unless there is a confidence in supply, I doubt we will have a majority, but just because it hasn't happened in so long. If Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael did go together, that could mean radical changes. With Bo as Tánaiste, which she has said she would never be a junior partner again, but I think if it is forced, then that's what's going to be the case. But I think down there we have some results, if you'd like to read them out.
Okay, we have results. Okay, so the first results we have is Labour has gained 2 seats from Fine Gael, and Fianna Fáil has held their seat in Munster. So Labour gains a seat from Fine Gael in Dublin Central. Labour also gains from Fine Gael in Dublin North, and again Fianna Fáil holds in Munster. We're going to quickly move over to the spin room just to get an understanding of the coalitions we were just talking about, and then we'll go talk about, you know, the seat results, even though there's not a lot of them right now. So, Victoria, could you just go through each panel representative and ask who they'd be willing to coalition with?
Well, of course. So let's start with you, Ognian. Who would you like to? Like, what are your preferences?
By the way, Fine Gael
Well, yeah, obviously, I'll be honest with you. I have no bloody idea what the results are going to look like. So, I believe I cannot really say what coalitions are possible because for this whole reason I'm not sure how the seat compositions will be. I was talking with a few of the soon-to-be former ministers in our coalitions, and most of us were like, we have no idea what's going to happen. We all expect to be some sort of terrible deadlock like 6667. And yeah, obviously, Fianna, Social Democrats are considering all their cards currently with coalitions and even remaining in oppositions in order to restructure its party.
Okay, thank you. Let's move on to Leah. I just saw you say you were back, so I assume you were AFK. What are your preferences on coalitions?
So I think for the Labour
Going to
Party.
me.
Sorry.
Oh, you mean-
I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Talking to himself, I think. Just go on.
Oh, okay. So I think for the Labour Party, we're looking to align with the party that aligns with our views and aligns with the policies that we have proposed in our manifesto. I would personally argue we're open to working with every party excluding Fine Gael. I think that's been the stance that our leader has made very clear, our glorious comrade Aaron. But
Are
you know,
people speaking?
Erin speaking.
Oh, I assure you they are. I assure you they are. Go ahead, Leah. Sorry.
thank you. So I think that's how we stand on that. That's what Aaron has said. We don't want to sit in the benches with Fine Gael in a government. I think that would be chaos. So yeah, that's all that I think we have to stand that.
Okay, then let's move on to you, William. Yes, just
Oh, thank you. Oh, you make me blush. Fianna Fáil will never rule out a coalition with any party. The only thing that we have an issue with currently is the Social Democrats under Eamon McGrath, which we fundamentally we're just opposed to his leadership, and it will just be very incompatible combining our two parties again into a coalition. Other than that, I don't see any issue with a coalition with any party. I mean, the history of Ireland has always been cooperating with people you know, different persuasions, different opinions. So even in the end, I think people who are saying that they won't cooperate with X, Y, and Z party, they will do it in the end anyway. So I will keep my door open.
Thank you. And our latest addition to the spin room, we have a Fine Gael representative, Kate May O'Donnell.
Hello, thank you for
you
letting me
didn't-
on. Unfortunately, Bo is useless and cannot be here today. What
I
office
see,
windy?
well,
Oh my lord.
So,
Let me just
have
shut my
you-
window a minute. Sorry. I'm on holiday in Scotland, you see, so it's a bit windy.
that's fine. So, did you get a hold of the question, or do you want me to repeat it?
Sorry, could you repeat it?
Yeah, okay, so we were asking every representative what their preferences on coalitions currently are.
So I'm on board. Just got on my Wi-Fi. God, it's not going very well. Right, is that better?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry. What was the question?
So, we currently are asking every representative what their current preferences on coalitions are.
I think me personally, me personally, to be honest, I would want to work with any party apart from Fine Gael. Because at the end of the day, it's just about making Ireland a better society and a better place. Because I've spoke to a couple of people about this, about some of my plans, which I'm not really ready yet to release, but some of you know if I've spoke to you about it. And I just think working with every party is the way, but obviously apart from Fine Gael because they're just crazy, but working with every party is a must, and it's just going to help everything in the long run. Obviously, if another party would end up being like Fine Gael, then maybe not, but I think it's just about connecting and actually working on what matters.
Could I quickly ask a question here? Just close question, yes or no. Would your party, would the Fine Gael party enter a coalition as a junior partner?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, so moving back over to the studio, we are waiting more election results, which I'm sure are to come soon. Just reflecting again on the exit poll. Oh, we do actually have the map being updated here. With that lovely red, I have to say, from the Labour Party. Just referring back to the exit poll, the Labour Party would have had 12 seats, the Social Democrats 5, Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael on 4. And currently it's far too early to tell, you know, if these results are even close. But again, as I always go off in every election, I mean, whoever has the seats in the first round, I suppose, slightly more likely to tell you who will do well in the election. Because again, that's just how statistics works, or whatever. So we are going to just continue waiting for the results here to come through. Do you make anything of this, Quivine?
No, not yet. It's too close to call.
Okay, and Neve?
Well, the current seat count.
Yes.
We know the EC likes to tease us, and they will often make strategic mistakes for good TV. But I don't know. It's the exact same as Quivine. I made my prediction. I think that will come into flesh. Look. Labour's starting off taking 2 from Fine Gael. I think the other party's going to be taking a lot from Fine Gael and potentially Labour a few from the Social Democrats. But I think Fianna Fáil will hold on to the majority of their seats and potentially lose 1 or 2 to the Labour Party.
So, we literally just had results come through. Oh, for the Amendment 3, so 28% of the votes have been cast, was for the votes that have been counted, so that is 40 votes, and currently 34 have voted yes, which is 85% of the vote, and 6 have voted nil, which is 15%. Now, this isn't the protesting bill, this is just Amendment 3, but as we can see, currently, I think we can already tell this amendment's going to pass quite easily. So, I will go and try get those up on the screen as well. It may take me a bit longer. But yes, this is Amendment 3 we're talking about now. So, I mean, Amendment 3 is really insubsequential, I think that's the right word. But, so I think we're just going to have to wait for the next count to really discuss anything more in detail. So, currently, I would say that Ireland may have hit like maybe kind of a low point, because I think that the last dual session, I mean, I wasn't there, but I didn't. Was there much attendance there?
I believe it was there were more Fianna Gael representatives since Sapphire became leader, but I believe it was overall below 50%.
Okay.
I believe.
I mean, so we are seeing the Fine Gael finally filling their seats. I think that's something to be marked as quite historic, because they had this pattern of getting into opposition, largest opposition, they're just not filling their seats. That's what Yurkwik did, that's what Oswald did, it's what Michael McGrath did, but finally Bo seems to be trying to turn it around. Again, we're not sure. I think as Neve said earlier tonight, it is a Green Party leader, you know, a very left party coming over to Fine Gael and, you know, being this very conservative figure. So I think that they may have alienated a lot of their voters, you know, if those voters are active in Ireland. So I think it will be very interesting to see if Fine Gael seats change it all, really, this election. Neve, I'm going to quickly hand off over to you and Quivine.
Actually, I
You're in the
apologize.
spin room. One moment, you're in the spin room. We'll get to you. So, Quivine. Obviously, the Thaw campaign, I believe, was led by Jesse and Reginald. And then, who led the Neil campaign for Amendment 3? If anyone would tell me in general chat. So, Reginald and Jesse leading the Thaw campaign is a win for Labour. And no one led the Neil campaign, so really it was decided from the get-go. But this amendment, in essence, Quivine, if you didn't know, is, I think it's the one to stop people convicted of treason sitting in either chamber, which is pretty straightforward. Why wouldn't you want to vote for that? So, do you have any opinions on what this might change? Your views on it?
Well, the referendum itself, the constitutional amendment, I think is written poorly, because you are in a way twining two sectors, I think, the judiciary and the parliament, which both are supposed to be independent. Because the amendment states that if you're convicted of treason or engaged in treason, then you cannot sit anywhere, you cannot get a job anywhere, but then the Dáil can just override that restriction, and walk around the courts. You know?
How could they do that?
I just told you.
The Dáil can override it, apparently.
Yeah, but how can the Dáil... No, what I'm asking is, how can the Dáil, like, override that?
They can vote according to the amendment, and if they have 2 out of 3 of the vote of the current membership of the Dáil, then they can just, you know, take away that restriction, keep the conviction, and just let the person sit as a convicted criminal.
Quickly
Is
moving over to...
fundamentally wrong. What?
Sorry, Amendment 2 has just had some results released. I'm so sorry to draw you away, but very quickly, 'cause these results are very interesting. From what we've seen so far, it isn't even close. 37 people have voted no on Amendment 2, which is 90% of the votes that have been counted, and only 4 people have voted yes. So 31% of the the total votes cast have been counted there, so that's 41. I mean, not 37 votes already voting nil. I mean, we could already be seeing this this amendment fail here. So I think, I mean, maybe do we want to ask the Labour Party what they think of this?
Hello?
I think I've guessed our turnout, actually, for this election.
Or
What is that?
Quickly, what's the turnout?
130 to 140. Low
10.
turnout compared to last election, halved. I actually did the math because they've posted on RTÉ how much percentage we have counted. I got my paper and shit, and yeah, 28% of the vote is 140. It's pretty low and pretty bad for the group.
Right, it's quite the optimistic note to leave us on. Leah, what are your thoughts on the, I mean, from what we've seen so far, the Labour Party have been campaigning against this amendment, and it seems it's worked. 37 people voting against. What are your thoughts on this?
I think I need to change my election remark graphics to an election victory speech. You know, pretty clear which way the vote is leaning. Very, very proud of my Labour Party colleagues and myself for running a beautiful campaign. Not all votes have been counted, but 37-4. Pretty huge, to be honest. Might be the hugest ever. We're looking into that. But, you know, it was clear that this amendment was unpopular from the start, and it was clear that on an amendment of this scale, it needs to be perfect. And it wasn't perfect. It was pretty lackluster, if anything. So I'm proud to see that we are getting these early declarations against these amendments, and I think it shows the general perspective of the public on this amendment.
I also want to quickly move over. Oh, is there more results?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I'm trying to do so much at this point. Okay,
Yeah.
so in the dual election again, we've quite a few results, and they're looking good for both Fianna Fáil, for the Fianna Fáil party at least. 3 holds in Connacht, Dublin South, and Ulster, all Fianna Fáil holds. That's 3 more seats, giving them 4. And then the Social Democrats have gotten their first seat of the night. They now sit on 1 seat. So currently, as things are being shown, Fianna Fáil are on 4 seats as the largest party, well, as the leading party. The Social Democrats are on 1 seat as currently the smallest party, and Labour are in the middle. I mean, if we're factoring out Fine Gael, who currently have 0 seats. So,
And then,
Dave,
Quivine, whilst you're
Dave,
over there,
do you
wanna
mean
tell
that
us
Fianna
about-
Fáil? Do you mean that Fianna Fáil took over from Fine Gael and Connacht? If that happened, then we can expect either a big Fine Gael defeat, or
Fianna Fáil
these
held
are all
Connacht.
holds.
Yeah.
who holds.
But Quivine, when you're over there and whilst you're doing the map, do you want to tell us a bit more about your maths?
Yeah, it's simple. 28% of the vote. If 40 is 28% of the vote, then you divide these numbers, and you come up like. what
Yeah,
we
his
did.
math is correct.
Yeah.
So what?
Let me explain. Let me explain
go
it to you. The total votes can be V in our equation. 28% of the vote of V equals 40 votes. So if we do 0.2878 multiplied by V, we have 40, and then we have to solve for V. V are the votes that we need. So if we divide 40 with our percentage, we have 138 votes. So that could be the official turnout, or it could be more if we include the spoiled ballots and everything else.
So if we look back on some of the previous elections, and what do you remember what the voter turnout was for the last election?
286.
So that's over half of the votes have just gone there. That would be quite a significant change in the group's direction. I mean, last election we were supposedly seeing quite a lot of activity, but if it is to be believed that we are, well, the maths is right, I'm pretty sure anyway, that would
I
mean,
don't think it's sorry to interrupt, but I don't think, although activity is a factor, I think people are active when they're angry. And last term they had a reason to be angry because they had, if I'm correct, it was just Noah then Oshin. Yeah, that was it, wasn't it?
yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah, so 2 consecutive train wrecks that angered people, and then at the time there was the border conflict and things were really popping off in every regard. But this time, when Fianna Fáil gets into office, what we usually see is things just go quiet, because Fianna Fáil is traditionally just a legislation party. They don't bother with the glitz and glam. They don't bother with all that. Now, Francis has done a few speeches, but people just kind of zone out when Fianna Fáil's in government because they're just doing their jobs. They're just getting on with it. They have no reason to be angry. But this term, there's not been that much. There's not that much at stake other than a few Fianna Fáil policies that would really change some things, for some for better and for some for worse. So yeah, I think people have less of a reason to get out and take to the polls because there's less yeah, there's less at stake.
Okay, so I wanted to quickly move over to the spin room. Victoria, do you have any questions for any of the panelists? Not panelists.
Right. Yes. So, William, as we've seen, you have now gained 4 seats overall, putting you in the lead. Do you think this could be a trend for tonight, or do you think this is too early to comment on?
Well, all I know is when I was campaigning, I met a lot of old friends, and it was very. I actually enjoyed the DM campaigning a bit because there were so many people. I mean, I met Estreek. Some people might know him, and so on and so on. I mean, bunch of old friends from the old Ireland. So I had a whale of a time when I was campaigning. But I think from what Neve was saying, I think it's partially true that Fianna Fáil is traditionally a very boring party, I would say. But this time around, we had the probably more radical policy. I've never seen such radical policy in any other party. I mean, looking at the Seanad, the abolition or reform, the honor system. I mean, we have quite the number of controversial policies. So I wouldn't say we don't really have any flair, or the people disagree with us definitely. So I'm very happy to see that people still support our party, looking at the policies.
Okay, and do you think that the exit poll put you at 4 seats as well, if I'm not wrong here? Yeah,
that is correct.
Yes. Do you think you will gain more seats, or do you think it's like you gain your seats early and then you just don't gain any more further down the line?
Well, Victoria, I'm part of the electorate, but I'm not the electorate. So we'll have to wait and see if that's the case. But I expect to get a few more seats, as I've been talking to a lot of people, and we'll see how the fruits of my labor there.
Okay, thank you. Now,
seems Oscar has a question.
Yes. Oh. Do you want me to read that out, Oscar? Okay, Leah. The Labour Party faced an optimistic start to the week. As the only party campaigning for over 2 days, it was seemingly clear to many we'd have Taoiseach Aaron McNamara by next Thursday. However, as time went on, you guys faced shock competition from a number of resurrected parties. Are you and your colleagues comfortable that there will be a Labour win tonight, as you might have been last week?
Thank you for your question, Oscar. I've thought for the last month that there's going to be a Labour victory. My attitude has not changed in the last day. There will be a Labour victory tonight, I think, and I'm confident in our party. And from the start, from being in this party, and even just serving in the Seanad, I have been well confident in our party's ability to pull this off and our party's ability to win this election.
Well, thank you. I have just seen we have received more results, so I will be moving over to the studio.
Quickly moving back to the studio. I'm not going to keep you for long because it is only Amendment 3. As expected, 88% of the vote is tar, 11% is nil. So 51% of the votes have been counted up. Just quickly doing the maths here, it's 29. We're not even here to do maths. 29 plus 34, so whoever wants to figure that out, those are the current votes total for tar, and then there's 6-0 plus 2-0. Anyway, back over to you, Victoria.
Yes, thank you. I did have another question for Kate May. Seeing as currently Fine Gael has not received any seats at all, do you think this is some sort of punishment from the electorate for your inactivity in the Dáil last term?
Well, I understand why the votes are currently 0 seats, but I wasn't actually here when the inactivity was. I took a little bit of a break, but I believe, yeah, I'm going to be brutally honest, yeah.
Thank you. Well, yes, I currently do not have any further questions, so let's just move back to the studio.
Back over to the studio. I see Emperor's joined us. I assume he's going to come up. I mean, Emperor's always been a very good sport in this community. I love him. Emperor's. I mean, so I'm going to quickly go over to him. Emperor, what do you make of election night so far?
I think it's turning out to be a really interesting night because I've got the graphics up here on my screen, and I am surprised by Fianna Fáil's early lead, and I'm surprised that Fine Gael hasn't taken any votes because in the RTÉ opinion pollings we saw that Fine Gael was performing quite well, a lot better than I think a lot of people expected, considering Oswald's tenureship as leader and how terribly that ended. I am disappointed with the Social Democrats, so I thought they would have campaigned a lot more and maybe been more proactive from the beginning, but it's been a relatively lackluster campaign for them, and I think that's why they've only received 1 seat so far.
I mean, I think as someone who was also very heavily involved in the Social Democrats, I mean, it is really a shame to see how much they've fallen off. I mean, did Fine Gael campaign as well? I think they did. So, I mean...
Give us some results, Dave, for fuck's sake.
What?
This is taking too long.
Victoria O'Neill.
Complain to the Electoral Commission, not Neve.
Literally none of them are listening anyway. We can't even complain.
I'm telling
Everyone go to general chat and ping Vic. Ping Maxi O'Neill. And if they mute you, I'll
They're doing a great job. They're doing a great job.
Can we just make up our own results?
Oh, we have results. We have, yeah. I want to go to bed, guys.
Oh, okay, we do have results. So
go. We have results.
So, Labour Party has gained from Fianna Fáil in North Leinster, and in South Leinster, Labour's got a hold. So we are seeing a bit of bouncing back and forth. The Fianna Fáil party suddenly pulling ahead, and then Labour Party catching up again. So I think we are seeing a very close race here between the two parties. I mean, the Electoral Commission could just be completely bamboozling us, like they did so many election nights ago now, where they gave, I think Fine Gael got like a bunch of seats, and then they lost them all. So it was quite funny to it was quite fun actually, and very climactic too, to see all the seat changes occur. But I mean, just looking over at the map currently, it's looking very green, but it's also looking a bit more red now as well, as we see the Labour Party pick up more.
1 second, I'm having
okay. I think he's camera
turn around. Don't see.
Camera shy of his map. So
So what? Are we on 9 out of 25 seats declared now?
I believe so. This has been. I don't like to say it, but this has been a very boring election night. I don't think there's been much. Like, really happening.
I thought we would have. Yeah, I thought we'd have more results, like more diverse pool of results. I thought we'd have like at least one Fine Gael seat by now, but we haven't, which is very interesting.
Wait, did someone already add them to the wall? Did I just add two more?
You just added 2 more.
Yeah.
What?
Interest, no?
Okay, I'm just gonna use the normal colors. Fuck this. Okay, so we put the red here, the one more red here. The map is okay. Let's go.
Okay, so turning over to the map there, these are some. I don't know why the Social Democrats aren't up there. But that is.
What were they? Dublin North.
We've got
Dublin North.
They do very often.
It's here.
Hold Dublin. Oh, there we go. It's there. Why do they have 2 seats? They only have 1.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Shut up!
I think let's keep away from the map at this point for now. But no, it is a very lovely map. I mean, looking here, there's a lot of red, there's a lot of green. I mean, even though these are just the pictures of the constituencies, I think they're also very representative of the battle that's currently going on right now. We've got like 2 of these constituencies currently in the grey. We're not really sure about what they're going to be. But we've got 4 red, 4 green, and we see a bit of purple hopping in there, but I mean it's definitely a 2-front war against the red and the green. So it will be very interesting to see what party pulls ahead here, because currently it is really neck and neck. Even if there are barely any results released currently, again, it is very close at this point in time.
It's not neck and neck.
Well,
Not really.
okay, well, if we kept
Because
it like
we-
this, if it kept going up like it has been, it would be very neck and neck, because we saw the Labour Party gain, and then it was the Fianna Fáil who were larger, and now they're both tied. So I think if we continue to see this trend where Fianna Fáil and Labour Party have so many seats, but they're very close in the end, obviously we're going to see both of the parties go up incrementally together, rather than Fianna Fáil getting another 5 seats than suddenly Labour Party. So I think we're going to see, I mean, if what we've currently seen so far is anything to go off of, I think the Labour Party and Fianna Fáil, it could be a very close election, as we predicted. So, I mean, do you have anything to make of this, Queeveen?
Yeah. The Social Democrats are going to be burned this election, I'm pretty sure. They haven't campaigned a lot. No one has read their manifesto, from my perspective, other than that, than Social Democrats themselves, I guess, and a few party leaders who want to attack it. But other than that, I don't think anyone has actually had the time to decide on the Social Democrats.
And
So
do you
that
have
become-
an...
that is a- that is a strategical problem of the party itself and why it will underperform. The question?
So I want to quickly ask, I mean, you were obviously a very predominant Social Democrat leader. Do you agree within the past, I mean, if you do have an opinion, over the past year or so, how the Social Democrats have been headed under, you know, Brian O'Kearney, under Epic Noah, under Oscar, and under Eamon? Do you agree with the direction they've been taking the party in?
Well, you have to understand that there are so many different eras of Ireland, and the leaders, each leader represented a different time of the group itself. My leadership was part of a Social Democrat hegemony alongside the other 4 leaders which succeeded me. And we saw so much change under that. We became a republic under our governments, like we made it happen. Then you have the governments after us, the leaders after us. We're pretty much trying to keep up with our style, but we're not really able to do so because most of the support had been gone. I don't think it was until Valorist won his majority that the Social Democrats had Taoiseach again after that time, which I think can speak a lot to the party itself, that it never actually made a full recovery until him. Then then his poor performance got like the Fine Gael stuff, and I wanna say something about Oscar. He's a very good person, and I think he more so aligns with my leadership and my era in 2021. I don't think he was controversial. I don't think he treaded too many waters. He did things right, like we did before him. But his successor really fucked everything up for him.
So
And the party itself.
So you'd say
Yeah.
that the Social Democrats should be returning more to their roots rather than, you know, the direction they're currently headed in? Oh, sorry. Okay, whilst we
Oh.
quickly wait for that to be dealt with, I'm going to quickly go over to the election results as I've just seen them start pouring through 2 minutes ago. Whoops. So in the Dáil election, Labour Party has gained from Fine Gael in Dublin North. In Dublin South, the Fianna Fáil holds. And in Munster, a very interesting change. The Social Democrats have gained from Fianna Fáil. So that is a Fianna Fáil seat loss. Not something I'm sure they probably weren't expecting. But I mean, oh, hold on, the camera's glitching. So, and then also quickly going back over to the Amendment 3. there is 111 votes. The projection is the amendment will pass. I think over half the votes have been counted. 111, so 80% have agreed. 15-0, so that's 10%. That's all really there. So, Electoral Commission, please hurry this along.
Wait. I'm
Yeah,
confused.
go ahead.
Amendment 2. Wait, is that the good one or the bad one?
Amendment 3
That's the-
is the one. Amendment
Wait.
2 is the one that lots of people have had their disagreements with, whereas Amendment.
So how is it? So what? Oh, wait, okay.
What the hell?
No, it was just posted wrong. David just posted it wrong. It's fine. He just put the wrong
David.
number.
Okay, so yeah,
That's okay.
Amendment 3 is projected to pass. Like I said, 111 votes tar, 15 votes nil, which is 10% of the vote, and 13 spoiled votes. So it's very interesting to see. I think that is just the count finish for Amendment 3, and this can actually give us a very rough estimate on what the total voter turnout was. And 111 plus 15, you got 126 plus the 13, 130.
Yeah.
Something
I
like that.
I reckon
That
though.
is very low. I would say.
Yeah, but there is an option to spoil your ballot, and did they count the spoiled ballots on this?
Yeah,
13.
They did count.
Oh,
them,
they have
so
that.
I think
Yeah, that's terrible. That's terrible.
that is over. That's under half. Of the result. Under half of the voter turnout.
From
I'm
last
gonna
election,
quickly-
yeah.
Victoria, do you have any questions for any of the panelists?
I do not, but I have a request. Could we get the map in the spin room also to be filled?
I mean that's gonna be up to.
Do you have the colours for that?
That's up to the.
Wait,
what's
I
why-
will provide 5 paint buckets.
What's the neon? Wait, hang on. Look
Yeah,
at our map.
why is there the neon
Why is it
green?
neon green?
That's the Green
It's
Party.
just because it's extra.
They're back.
Ugh.
Oh god.
Again, Electoral
Uh,
Commission, please, more results. I'm begging you. What's the time right now?
Sorry.
One sec, just a sidebar.
9:30.
Emperor, it's a real shame because you're so lovely, but you sound a lot like Thomas Ithaker.
What?
It like when I hear you speaking, I'm like, what? This is Tom.
I am not. I am not. No.
Yeah.
I've just noticed from what's his name? Emperor has just posted. There has been a majority of seats, done now. So that is 12.
No, no, that's
Oh,
not
it's
12.
close,
That's
it's
just
close.
under 12.
It's
that-
just under. No, it's
How many
just under
seats is
13.
that?
Just under 13. So we've had 12
Yeah,
seats
so it's-
declared so far.
Out
so
of
just
25.
under a majority of seats declared, and there is no real gauge on who's going to be the winner here. I think we can at least expect that the Fine Gael is either going to suddenly pull ahead. Right, can we get this terrorist out of the chamber, please?
Hang on, we've got new results in.
Already.
Fine Gael. Yep, Fine Gael's got their first seat.
Okay, Fine Gael holds in Connacht, but Fianna Fáil takes from Fine Gael in the Midlands. And then Amendment 2 is 50-50, 100 votes counted so far, 50 tar, 50-0, that's 69% of the votes counted so far. So I'm inclined to believe we're getting trolled by the Electoral Commission here.
Yeah.
But if those are the actual numbers, that's a lot closer than we thought it would be. I mean, originally we thought tar was going to be way off, way above, but now we're seeing Neil pull ahead.
Why does
now.
that map look so vulgar? That map is disgusting. Why is it that colour?
Can we please fix the map? I should have
It's
stayed on the
horrible.
map. I should have stayed on the map.
It looks like the Green Party's come back, like someone summoned them.
Oh yeah,
there's gunshots.
Can you bring him back into the VC, someone, please?
Oh yeah.
This is just falling apart. Now Kate May's out of the studio and everything. Victoria, could you quickly ask some questions to our representatives about Amendment 2 being currently 50-50?
Yes, of course. Oscar, we will get you a question later. We do have more important business right now. So sorry. Okay. Leah, so I just give your opinion on this maybe.
Me?
Wait, are you still AFK? Oh, okay, you're back. Do you want to give your opinion on the current result on Amendment 2, as it's currently a split tie?
It's
I
exactly
think that we're
50% each.
Oh, interrupt me. It's okay. Are you finished?
Yes, I'm finished.
Okay. So I think that we're being election baited by the Electoral Commission. 50-50. Not fair. But I think that we're still in for a big victory coming very, very soon. So stay tuned. You know, we have nearly 70% in. 30% can be the difference between 50% and
Guys, I'm not the
80%.
mob guy anymore. I got kicked by the
Just come
stripper in the.
back.
What
Oh.
happened?
The stripper kicked me out.
The stripper?
Dan kicked you. What?
Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
because
what?
he kept messing
Oh.
around the board. Like, he was on fire, it was neon. So
He was gonna reverse.
Can we?
it.
Oh, wait, no, Jesse's
Just
fixing it. It's
blasted.
fine.
No, I
Oh,
fixed it.
freaking
No,
freaking
Jess-
No,
I-
Jesse's
I
got the
fixed.
Beatles.
Jessie's the new map woman. Anyway,
Oh.
Leah, please finish.
Leah?
Yeah?
Hello, can you please finish your whatever you said?
Um, yeah, that's kind of all I got.
Oh,
Okay, thank you.
anyone
Well,
else want to speak?
I think we
Well-
should ask William J.
Oh.
Kay
What
about
is the
results as
topic? What is
well,
the topic
because-
at the hand?
Well, Amendment 2,
Okay,
the
back.
controversial one, is currently sitting at 50% either way, and I think we saw a very split divide. You know, Fianna Fáil who are in agreement with it, and then Labour Party who are disagreement. I mean, if you see I mean, with it currently being 50-50, what do you make of this?
I think, well, I know that the Labour Party voted through this amendment of the Constitution unanimously through the Dáil, so I'm very confused on why they are
Wait, can
now
I respond?
backtracking on that. I did not interrupt you, but
Okay, I'm sorry.
They unanimously passed that through the Dáil unanimously, so that was all parties were there and they voted it through. Of course, Leah opposed it in the Shannon Water here she is, but still they voted it through. So I think it's both a confusion on the former leadership of Fianna Fáil, why these people just changed up on last second. It's a amendment that strengthens the Garda. It strengthens their powers. It makes sure that they actually have the capacity, the legal background to do what they need to do in their line of duty. Why would that be a controversial thing? We don't see protests frequently. That's just a fact. But if they are to happen, the Garda must have the powers needed to able to actually secure the order, the public order of the area. That is not a controversial thing to say.
Could I respond?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So first of all, I appreciate the point he made about Labour voting for this in the Dáil, but I openly stood up and I advocated against it in the Shannon, and it is me who is running this Neil campaign. It is a campaign endorsed by the Labour Party, but I am the Shanador who stood up and said this isn't what we need, and it's not fair to protesters, and I am running this campaign as such. So that point to me doesn't really make sense, seeing as I spoke to the Labour Party directly and we decided unanimously that it was better. After I explained in full what this amendment actually does, we agreed that it would be better to not endorse it. And I understand the point also that you're making about Guardian needing the necessary powers to stop protests if they get violent. First of all, there is no protest because activity is down, and that is the fault of your party. It is the fault of the Social Democrats, and it's the fault of the last three governments. Another point that I have is the ability to stop protesting is a worrying one. There's never a reason that there that there's never a reason to stop peaceful protest because A, it blocks an imaginary motorway, B, it is near a government building, or there's people in it who you can suspect might commit a crime. It's without due process, and it's infringing the rights of people who disagree with the government and people who want to stand up for issues. If I went near a government building, I could be searched and my property be seized simply for being there. Simply just for standing there, on the suspicion that I might commit a crime. If you allow the Gardaí to lock up people without trial on suspicion they might commit a crime, that's not a democracy. There's no democracy in that. That's a dictatorship, and that's what's nearly being proposed with this. And that should be very, very clear to you. So I think that it is right that we stand up for our rights and that you should vote Neil on Amendment 2.
Can I respond?
Yeah.
First off, a load of tripe and nonsense accusing Fianna Fáil of the inactivity at the border.
You're in
I'm
government.
not sure the Labour Party never understands this. It is a mutually beneficial game. You are dependent on the United Kingdom and Ireland participating. Now, I know Leia likes hanging out in Northern Ireland and the city council there with her unionist friends. The rest of us are in Ireland. We are waiting for the British
William,
to be
we have
active.
more results. You will be able to speak again in just a second. I'm so sorry to interrupt. Going back over to the results, Shannon, which is often for the Social Democrats, is held by the Social Democrats. So a hold for the Social Democrats in Shannon. In Dublin Central, a Labour Party hold. And in Connacht, not looking good for Fine Gael, Fianna Fáil has gained. So, again, just a quick rundown. Shannon, Social Democrats hold. Dublin Central, Labour Party hold. And in Connacht, Fine Fáil gains from Fine Gael. Moving back over to William to finish what he was talking about.
Well, I'm just saying plainly, the Fianna Fáil is not solely responsible for the problems at the border. Activity is dependent on both the United Kingdom and Ireland participating. I'm sure Leia could reach out to her friends in Westminster telling them to be more active. I'm sure she can do that in her own capacity instead of lecturing us on how to manage the border. We're not the ones who are actually placing and managing that place. It is actually the British that are most active and actually are interested in going in, but they just don't. They have other things to do, and I respect that. As for your point about the amendment, it is necessary. It is a necessity to have Garda have these powers, especially near government buildings. I know you might not have respect for the rule of law, considering you are in Labour, the party who ripped away the civilian policing powers of the Garda, basically ripped them away and gave them to the military police. You've always wanted to bash and beat the Garda to a pulp every single chance, every single instance you've been in government, always beating the Garda. I don't understand why you're so vociferous and so against the Garda being our civilian and national police force. I just don't understand the justification for Labour in this matter and in any matter regarding the Garda and the military police, which still hasn't been made clear by your leader or yourself.
I feel
Sorry, I have.
We
Sorry,
do have
one moment.
more
I
results
have,
now.
I have a legal comment just from Jeremy O'Mara, former Attorney General, on the amendment. This is his words. Quote, "This amendment reads very much like a law. Laws are built from the Constitution, not in the Constitution. Fine, give more powers to the Garda, to An Garda, but that is not the job of the Constitution, that is the job of the law. This amendment is better served in law and not a constitutional amendment. The Constitution is better vague and left open to interpretation. In short, this is better served as a bill and not as a constitutional amendment." And he was also a High Court judge, end quote. Thank you. Dan?
Okay, well, we have more results, and it's looking bad for the Labour Party. The Fianna Fáil have gained 2 seats in both Shannon and Ulster, and in North Leinster, the Social Democrats have had a hold there. So, it's getting close now. Fianna Fáil are on 9 seats, Labour on 6, Social Democrats on 1, and Fine Gael on 1. No, Social Democrats on 4. So, we are beginning to near the end of tonight's election night. It's not looking that good for Labour Party with how they were thinking they would do. they're still the second largest party, but they're not doing as well as they may have thought they would have done. Just looking at some of the potential coalitions that could happen here, Labour and Social Democrats still can't happen. Fianna Fáil could coalition with the Labour Party or the Social Democrats as soon as this is done to get a coalition. Fine Gael still off the table at this point in time. So we are just going to see, we are going to have to see how it looks after this. But I mean, we're seeing a lot more green on the map now, and I don't know why
This
there's
is
two blue.
like. I wonder if Fianna Fáil's gonna like they might get more seats than they did in June. I think that's possible, but I don't know. I reckon that at least maybe 1 or 2 of these seats is gonna go to Fine Gael, because there's 5 seats left to count, and I reckon Labour might end up on 8 at most. I don't see them being the largest party considering the results so far.
I mean, I think we have to be careful with what we say here, because it could easily change, you know, being this far into it. I mean, Labour's holding their breath right now. I mean, by the next results, they're going to have to hope they've gotten quite a few gains. Otherwise, I think they'll be very stuck.
Yeah, well,
I think they're just holding their breath until the next vote, and we'll just see.
Yeah.
The only party that can get a majority now is Fianna Fáil. All the other parties cannot possibly govern alone. They need a coalition.
Yes, that is also.
And even then, that's unlikely, because
Oh, is it not?
probably Fine Gael will make gains in the end. I think that's my projection.
And Fine Gael
Turnout is extremely low, and when turnout is low, the seats are more. You know, you have more seats when turnout is lower, but when turnout is high, you have less seats because the dominant parties take them all. So if Fine Gael has like, let's say 20 votes, that could be 3 seats. They have 30, that would be 4. There are 5 left, and anything can happen because turnout is extremely low. That's all.
So quite good insight there. You can tell this guy did quite a lot in the electoral commission, I think, or at least studying electoral maps. So yeah, Fianna Fáil, if they were to get a majority, they would have to get the next 4 seats, I believe, and that would push them over the majority. But yes,
Yeah,
as
but
you
I
said,
don't. That
Labour,
can't
Social
happen.
Democrats, Fine Gael. I mean, it can happen.
No, but it's not
incredibly
allowed to
unlikely.
anymore. It's not allowed to anymore. It's been banned.
What do you mean? It's
What's
being
the
banned?
band?
What did he say?
Majorities? What?
I revealed too much.
Kveen,
Sorry.
everyone's say Kveen Wi-Fi is fucked because he keeps getting kicked.
I mean, so yeah, they're very interesting results. Oh, we've got more. We've got more.
results.
More? Is it a referendum?
Okay.
Is it?
No, this is dual, and it's not looking good for Labour still. I mean, Fine
Oh,
Gael
God.
hasn't gotten anything here yet.
Oh.
But Fine
Right,
Gael
let's hear it.
holds, Social Democrats hold, 5 to the Social Democrats, 3 to 2 to Fine Gael. So 5 to Social Democrats, 2 to Fine Gael. It's really not looking good for the Labour Party.
I can hear noises. Is everyone okay? I can hear like.
We're gonna go
stress.
to everyone over this, because I think the Labour Party, they
Told
are.
you.
I mean,
In crisis.
Fine Gael, they've only got 2 seats. They are the real losers of this election, I think. I don't think they have the possibility to overtake anyone at this point. So they. Fine Gael are the real
Actually-
losers of this election, but Labour Party.
No, the
they
real
were-
losers of this election are 100% the Labour Party.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
have
they-
predicted
Such an
to win.
amazing campaign.
Right, I guess
Such
we all
an
gotta
amazing
take a shot.
campaign, such great graphics, policy, and everything. Fianna Fáil barely campaigned. The Social Democrats barely campaigned. Fine Gael, okay, they're tragic, but you know, they
Kveen,
put everything.
are you
everything
suggesting we
in their
insurrect?
election.
Are you
Everything
suggesting
in the
we insurrect?
election, and they lost.
Hold on, how did we barely campaign? Can you justify that for more
You're in the
viewers?
spin room.
Of course, they can barely
Yeah,
campaign.
you
Of course
can't yell
barely
from
campaign.
next door.
I
Hold
know.
on,
You-
hold
no,
on.
no, no. Let
Okay,
him
let-
speak.
let's-
Let him speak.
Hold on. Before we
let's
go
do
over
this
there,
first. Let's do
before we
this
go
first.
over there, there is the final count for Amendment 2, and I think this is rather important. Amendment
Oh, I
2
wonder what this is.
has passed. So with 76, 52%
Yeah,
of people
fuck yeah.
passed the Amendment 2, Labour Party has lost tonight. I think that's what all the headlines will be saying. Unless somehow they get another 3 seats, all the rest of the seats basically in the next announcement, they aren't going to do that. Labour Party
Well
has
done,
really
William.
lost this election. They were going into this guns blazing, expecting to win, and I think Fianna Fáil, they've really pulled through. I mean, we can't outrule a Labour Social Democrats coalition just yet because we haven't gotten enough results for that. But the amendment number 2 has passed, so that will be going into the constitution even after
that's very
people like Jemmy have said that it shouldn't have. It should more have been a bill.
Sorry,
that's very
can
concerning.
Can the Supreme Court do anything at this point? Or?
No, that's an amendment. You can't take out a amended. You can't amend. The Supreme Court doesn't get to fiddle with the Constitution.
Well, I
They're
think,
not allowed to
I
talk
think
about
this
it.
definitely warrants. Yes, this warrants going over to the spin room. I think first we should talk with the people who are doing very well right now. We can't say they've won yet, but they are doing very well. Fianna Fáil. I mean, Victoria, do you have any questions directed to them?
Well, okay.
Right. I just realized the Social Democrats are now at T1.
A what?
What?
Well, Social Democrats are not losing any seats this election.
Well, congrats then. Right. Sorry.
Right.
Oscar has been wanting to ask a question. Is it in relation to the recent results, or is it something different? Okay, good.
Well,
Oh yeah, Leah. So Leah, what happened? What do you think? Where did it go wrong?
Before Leah does respond to that question, I'm so sorry. We had
Oh.
another vote, and
Oh god, this
I'm-
keeps getting worse.
I can just apologise to the Labour Party. Fianna Fáil has held a seat. They now sit at 10, and the
Oh,
Labour Party still on
that's
6. It's
Chat worker.
it's very
I
unfortunate. I think for I haven't updated Fine Gael.
It's unfortunate for RTE. Hashtag RTE cooked.
Oh yeah, they getting privatized, aren't they?
Hashtag Kamala P. Bisessor Supreme Court. Please save us.
They can't do anything. I don't think.
I mean,
Well,
she
let-
could do
let's-
something. She just wouldn't like. It wouldn't be ethical.
Well-
like she shouldn't, but she could.
I think let's move back over to Leah. With Oscar having asked what happened. Leah, please go ahead.
Sit back down.
So
Okay. Perry, you have 3
basically,
seconds.
what happened was people went to the polls and they voted.
Don't be upset.
I'm speaking.
She's
I
speaking.
didn't-
You'll
I
be
didn't
kicked if
interrupt
you
you that
continue.
So, are you finished?
I'll just carry on.
Anyway,
Oh my god.
Are you guys okay? Can you fucking answer, Leah? Go ahead.
I'm trying to, but you're not letting me speak.
Let her speak.
I've not
just
said a
answer-
single word.
Speaking,
Hello?
William.
Every time I
Stop
try to speak,
interrupting.
someone speaks over me.
Yeah, William.
Anyway, what I was trying to say was basically what happened was the Irish people went to the they went to the polling station, and they voted. They didn't vote for a Labour majority, but they did vote for Fianna Fáil to be the largest party. That's democracy. You win some battles, you lose some others. We've come out of this as gaining ×3 the amount of seats that we had last election. So I think that we should be proud of that. We should be proud of the increases that we made and the gains that we made. It wasn't enough to pull it over the line, but it's something nonetheless to be very, very proud of. I think we're all proud of the incredible campaign that we ran. We look
Well-
forward to... I'm not finished.
Not incredible enough.
Can I just tell you something? You had a good.
Can you
campaign,
interrupt me?
probably.
Yeah, go ahead. Interrupt me, yeah. No bother.
Please.
You need more seats if you want to finish.
Enough.
Stop being lippy, boy.
I'm speaking now. Okay, so you had a great campaign, and you definitely had no mistakes this election compared to your competitors. Like, Fall barely campaigned, Finagol campaigned, the Social Democrats did not campaign, and you were clearly the front runner. But in my opinion, your failure was purely strategic. You probably had something went wrong. That's something for you to figure out. And yeah, I mean, Fall did not give you any competition. You were clearly going to win. What's your opinion on that? Do you attribute it to the win of the Second Amendment?
I did run the Kneel On 2 campaign, and I lost, and I'll recognize that, and congratulations to the Talk campaign, and I will accept responsibility for that loss. But it is and I think you're right in saying that it's a talk that needs to be had internally, about realistically what happened and what we can improve on for the next time. But there needs to be discussions, and there needs to be things that change internally. But nonetheless, we did make some gains, and there's things to still be proud of. It's not all gloomy and dark. But yeah.
I mean, yeah, you have tripled your seat count, but it is still a huge defeat for you. Not because I mean, it's a win and it's a loss, but it's more so a loss. Not because you actually lost, but because people expected you to win, and wipe the floor with your competition. You know, you had a big chance this election, and it went wrong.
Coming back over to the studio again. I mean, we are getting the final batch coming in shortly, so I mean, there could be recounts. I would just want to quickly say, like, this isn't definite right now, but as soon as this final batch comes out, I mean, we could be seeing some recounts. But at this point, I think it'd be very odd for the Electoral Commission to suddenly turn around and say, "Oh, the seats are different." It's something they always do.
They've done it before.
Oh, why is Kamla approached the election
She's
desk?
the Director General. Come on now, let me make this.
Is she panicking about the privatization, or?
I mean,
no,
I'm
we're
getting told
just
that
no.
recounts coming. So I'm getting told there is recounts coming. So
to say.
Oh, we've got an extra chair.
Yeah, I have a
We've
few
been
things
here for
to
2
say.
hours, and we still
Good
have
evening,
recounts.
Alan. Yes, okay. I just want
Are you
to say,
alright?
I know I'm going to. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to see this really knowing that if there's a. May I speak, please? Thank you. I'm going to say this going forward, and maybe in details, but the country has elected a only 16th if within JPEG is the country's choice. This election, if it is true, also signifies the end of public broadcasting of the popular, and that is concerning to me. The fact that William J. Perry, and I am calling his name all the way out, has effectively harassed, ragged, and bullied people, including my own staff here at Radio Television.
Mm-hmm.
It is despicable, it is disgusting, and it is unworthy of the office as someone who has held the office of Taoiseach before. He is not worthy of the office, or is he worthy of the title of Taoiseach. Now, if the country believes otherwise, it is their choice, and they have well in their right to make that. But he is not worthy. Now, when it comes to Amendment 2, I did not vote for it. In my opinion, as a jurist, I believe that it will result in a large loss of Irish people. And I agree with former Attorney General Mayor's opinion. In fact, he was my attorney general when I was Minister of Justice and Equality. And I trust his opinions because he is a very qualified lawyer in this country. That the text of Amendment 2 would be better to stopping was posed to a constitutional. People have decided quite narrowly, so this is what we want. So And I will make a recommendation in saying that the 33rd Parliament should consider putting in an amendment to the Constitution to put a threshold of a 2/3 majority on amendments, all amendments, to ensure that simple majority does not something through, especially one as large as 2.8. As it comes to public broadcasting, can you not hear me?
We can hear you.
No,
That's
no.
okay.
It's just not very well.
It's a
We
bit.
can't hear you.
Oh, okay, sure.
It is like you're in a tunnel.
Okay, that's
Like
a
you're
bit.
underground.
It's more. No, it's more like you're on a helicopter or something. Like you just keeps
Yeah,
bouncing out and stuff.
Yeah, you can hear the
Sounds
buffering
like
of but
I'd
the
I'd say more
helicopter.
so a fishbowl.
I
Yeah.
think we should not just attack William like that. I mean, if we're
With
going to
that,
say
you know.
things about him, then he should have the chance to respond.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Better,
much
but-
better.
Sadly, yes.
Okay. So, to your point, Kavin, I am exercising my right to express my opinion, knowing full well the consequences of it. If
I
Mr.
never-
Perry wishes to say something, he can say whatever he wants. I'm saying whatever I want. And I'm
I
telling you
never
my very
told you.
honest opinions. And quite frankly, I do believe I should be given some grace because this is my last day running RTE as its Director General. So I do believe I've earned the right to say whatever I want on this station.
No, not really.
Mm-hmm.
No one earns the right to say what they want and do what they want because of opposition in power.
I disagree.
But that's a story
Anyways,
for
can I
another
speak?
day.
So,
Go ahead.
May I make a statement?
But you're in the room.
Well, thank
you're
you.
in
I
the room
just...
Yeah, no
Oh,
one can
so I'm
hear
not
you.
You're
allowed
in the
to
next room over.
participate.
No, you're
No,
not.
I'm not allowed to speak.
No.
Well, I would just want to say you two lost. The Labour Party did not lose today.
I think
Emperor.
no.
Thank you.
Okay,
said
thank you,
enough.
William. Thank you. Enough.
Thank you.
I think that tonight you can see we have seen so many losses, particularly in the Labour Party. Fianna Fáil has held on, surprisingly. I'm shocked because their leader is a bully sometimes, but you know, things happen. We've elected Batishik before, and I can't say my opinion. I think I don't know what William will do politically, but I know his character. I will agree with you, but I'm not going to say he doesn't deserve Taoiseach. He deserves Taoiseach because he won Taoiseach. He put the effort in. He got the votes.
Just because someone wins an election.
You
doesn't
did
mean-
not. I remind you, you did not get votes to become Taoiseach.
And that's
That's-
perfectly okay.
That's exactly. So why is his win not perfectly okay? Why is your win okay?
Okay,
No,
we,
I did not
sorry,
say
we
it's
do
okay. I
quickly
said
have.
the country made a decision, but the person that they elected, if these results are true, assuming there's no other recounts, it was not the best decision. I genuinely do not think he deserves.
And I
to be in
agree with
office
you.
because of his behavior.
I agree with you, but saying he will be a disaster.
Oh, we
before
have
he's
recounts. We have recounts.
Yeah.
So hold on, right? So Dublin South is being recounted. I mean, it's a majority Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael within Dublin South. But just quickly reading off these results, Fine Gael has held in Munster, and Shannon has gotten a Labour Party gain from Fianna Fáil. So I mean, the Labour Party, they still have a chance here. If Fianna Fáil is going to lose one of those seats, and and it somehow goes to Labour or something, then we could be seeing a very big shift in what our government is going to look like. This recount is banking, well, no, the future of our country is banking on this recount right now. So I think it'll be very interesting to see what this recount may look like. Again, 2 Fianna Fáil, 1 Fine Gael. There are no Labour seats here, so I think we can say there is still a chance that the Labour Party will get enough seats to form a coalition with someone who isn't Fianna Fáil. So I think it's very interesting right now, the results we have got. It's, like I said earlier, I think it is too close to tell right now who's going to win with this new recount. So just look at Dublin South on the boards there, and remember, those results aren't final anymore. We do not have a complete map at this point in time.
Yeah. It does feel like Ireland's entering uncharted waters when it comes to who we are electing to government. It just doesn't feel natural. It just feels very
No.
strange.
I think
Yeah.
if Taoiseach were based off of morals, as is the office of the president, then this would be the biggest disgrace Ireland has ever seen.
Yeah,
Now, although
agree.
William is what has proven to be such all I can say is disgusting person who has acted so obscenely towards other members of this community, younger members of this community, children. As an adult, he has acted
Members
in
of
that way.
my staff.
Members
Yeah.
of a national institution's staff who should, although you may not like them, everyone is deserving of that basic respect. However, it's not based off of that. And it is based off of who this nation
I
thinks
advise,
is the
as
right
owner,
choice.
I think we
that
should be
this
focusing
distribution
on
not
election
be-
night rather than assassinating people's characters at this point in time.
Exactly.
So
I think he did
whilst
that
we do
himself,
continue,
so-
Right.
whilst we do continue to wait for
Right.
the recounts, I think Jesse, you need to review that board because we do have this random grey seat there. So if we just quick, oh, I'm very confused. Then why are there 20 greys? Okay, whatever. We're going to continue to wait for the Dublin South.
Oh, while you wait for that, Bo has released a statement on tweet on the political channel. If you want to read that out.
Do you want to read that out? Okay, let's go read that out then.
Do you want me to read it?
Yeah, because I don't have it up right now.
Okay. We knew that. Okay, so she said this. We knew this election was going to be difficult. That's why our party's renewal is so significant. If the Labour Party achieved a victory tonight, we will be stuck with politicians who lack ambition that Ireland needs, and that is bad for all of us. For too long, these left-wing parties have divided Irish communities and delivered their empty and shallow promises, which has led to Ireland being in a worse position than they inherited. Over 6 months, I have campaigned to lead an ambitious and innovative government, and I am not giving up now. That's what she said, and that is her statement.
JJ, someone who was a bit confused. I think the entire constituency is being recounted, not just one seat. That is in Dublin South. So I think that is. And a very short statement. I would have expected something longer from Bo. I mean.
Yeah, I guess she's busy. I don't know. She wasn't here
she's
tonight,
not here,
so
yeah. I think especially for her, this is also. It's not as big as a loss, say, Labour may be experiencing right now. I mean, just a minute ago, we expected them to completely lose, but with this recount, we're not 100% sure. But now, I think, at least in Bo's mind, this is a very big loss for her, because I'm sure she may have expected to do quite well this election. I don't think anyone else really did, but she may have done, and I'm not sure if she was ready for something like this. So I'm being told that Dublin South is an ongoing recount, and just IN 75% and then IN 95%. I don't know what they mean by in, but I assume that means we're gonna get it back soon. But if we're just looking at the map here, we can see this very big green wall over the northern areas of Ireland, and then kind of more in the west we see east. The Labour Party, especially in the more developed areas, and then down south, Munster. It's very divided actually, with green, purple, and blue, and then just north in Shannon, I believe that is purple, red, and green. So, I mean, I always love looking at the maps of these elections because I think in Ireland we do follow some kind of format. I think Killian sent it at some point, but like there is some kind of way that the voters do vote here, with how the seats are determined. So I think it's very interesting, at least in my opinion, to take a look at the map every once in a while and just see the trends that we've seen over these past few elections. So
yeah,
like I said, we have seen a lot of green. There's a lot of reds too, but not as much. So
why is there a secret city in front of the election map?
Well, unfortunately, we had to hire Jessie again. I love Jessie on the map. Really, she does.
Yeah,
a very good
she's
job
iconic. Yeah.
We have the Electoral Commission. Again,
final result.
out. I think we may be getting a final result for Dublin South.
So
Can
this
you
will
please-
decide who.
This is
controls.
RTE. Can you stop dancing like that, please?
I mean, it
It
is
is past the
Ireland,
watershed.
a nation built from gays.
We've passed the watershed. So you can do whatever you want.
It just reminds me of
Hey.
Actually, no, I can't. Okay, let's just. We're not focusing on Jessie anymore. I think she's had enough screen time. I suppose we're just gonna stay here for now because we don't have the final results just yet. I'll come to the spin room after the results are released. So I think this is kind of the part of the night where we do start winding down. We do recognise that these are the closing results at this point. Again, 10 seats to Fianna Fáil, 7 seats to Labour, 5 to Social Democrats, and Fine Gael 3. Currently 3 of those seats are being recounted, but I'm sure the Electoral Commission will be coming back to us. Okay, we're having Victoria Spam go. Fianna Fáil has
here we are.
changed from a Social Democrat. No, Fianna Fáil has gone from in Dublin South to the Social Democrats, which means the Labour Party and the Social Democrats, I believe, are eligible for a coalition. Or no, maybe they're not. Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael are definitely able to do a coalition, but I don't think Fianna Fáil.
Well,
that's flipped it. That's flipped it. It's flipped.
Oh,
It's
yes, it
flipped to
has
the
flipped
Social
it.
Democrats, and
So,
it's flipped.
Because that would
Yes, because
what,
Fianna
13
Fáil
seats
has
is
lost one of
majority
their
of one?
seats. Labour doesn't
And-
have 8 seats; they have
Yeah.
7. Social Democrats have 6. I mean, wow,
Ooh,
that
that would be a majority of.
that's changed everything. So
Yeah.
Oh.
Fianna Fáil will either have to coalition with the Social Democrats or Labour Party now to go into government. But a coalition, I think a lot of us saw a formation of a, left-wing bloc between the Social Democrats and Labour Party. I think that's very.
Oh, we have a hung Dole Aaron. Dole Aaron is hung. There is no winner. No.
Yes. Well, I think it's to be fair, Fianna Fáil spent this election bit slagging off their coalition partner. So the Social Democrats, I doubt, will go back to any coalition with them. And I think Labour and the Social Democrats will most likely form a government. They have a majority. They have a working
think
majority in the Dáil.
I think something we should touch upon that Neve mentioned at the start of the stream that I think could become quite important, within the pride of the Social Democrats. They have been a minority junior partner for quite some time now, and it's unclear whether they will be a junior partner again. I think that you can definitely make the argument they deserve to be a junior partner, considering they didn't do much in the election. But I mean, it's really, we're gonna just have to see tomorrow what is said, because there's not enough seats for a minority government here. So I think, again, finishing on.
Oh, I think William's having a crash out in the general chat. Okay, that's
Just
nice.
quickly rounding up all of the votes here. So the Labour Party finishes with the Fianna Fáil Party finishes as the largest party on 9 seats. Fine Gael finishes as the smallest party on 3. The Labour Party is the second largest on 7. Social Democrats on 6. Going over to the amendments, amendment number 2, the one on political rights and such, that did pass. And then
I think. Oh wait, we need to go back to Victoria. She's feeling a bit left out.
Wait, one
Oh,
thing
right.
before.
And finally,
one thing-
the amendment 3 also passed. Neve?
One thing, this isn't the first time results have changed towards the end. If you remember, was it 2 elections ago?
Yeah.
When the Green Party had like 1 seat for the whole thing, and then the EC decided to announce that in fact they had 4 more. This isn't them flipping seats. This is them withholding the correct information to prolong this stream and boost community engagement. So there could be interference, but that's another issue, and I honestly doubt it. So go on back to Vic.
Right, Victoria,
Yes,
let's
so-
get back over to the spin room. Questions to everyone.
Hello.
Finally.
Right. Okay. So, this is basically the final results. Let's just go through everyone's mind and let's just say what we are thinking about this. Kate May, you may start.
Thank you so much. I think from obviously Bo released her statement. Quite frankly, I do not think that she really has a right to make a statement, considering that I've had to sit here and actually be acting as what she should be doing. I think it is absolutely terrible, and it has really annoyed me, to be quite honest. I shouldn't, again, have to sit here and be doing this when it should really be either Angelica or Bo. So my plans actually are to try and get rid of Bo. Anyway, that's nothing to do with the election. I think it's better than what I thought we would do. I mean, this has been an absolute shit show for Fine Gael. I mean, especially with Bo being done with fraud and all that. I mean, it's just diabolical, and I'm surprised we've even got 3 seats, to be honest. I think it's really selfish what Bo done with all of that, and I believe that they are being really selfish. And yeah, so maybe one day I will be sat here as a leader, which seems like I'm already doing, to be honest. You know, I've done so much, and I shouldn't have to do all of this. So yeah, that is my thoughts. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for that. Let's move on to Leo.
What up?
Yes, what are your thoughts on this on the results?
We had our 2000s moment. We had our 2000 George Bush Al Gore moment. You know, cool for the community and all, but you know, cool for the lore and stuff. But I think now it's time to go talk to other people, see what type of coalitions we can get going, try and get a functional government going. But I do have word from Labour HQ right here. Straight in from the HQ, guys, don't worry. So Comrade Aaron has confirmed that we will not be coalitioning with Fianna Fáil. It's off the table. So that's, you know, hint, hint, nudge, nudge. But we won't be coalitioning with them.
Okay,
Well, that doesn't
very
sound like a surprise to me.
That doesn't leave many options on the table, you know, but, you know.
Well, are you going to go with
Yeah, I
Bo?
know perfectly.
Fine Gael it is.
Bo Warren minority government?
Yeah.
Yes, well,
No,
thank
no,
you.
not
Very
Bo Warren.
opinion. So what do you think about this? You gained 1 seat, I think. Yes.
Yes, we have an increase of 1 seat, which I believe is still a good job considering we're a government party, which they are usually expected to lose seats, I guess. Well done to us. Obviously, I didn't expect the wins to turn that way. I was expecting these 5 seats, but because until the recount, so I guess it will be interesting coalition talks with each party between, because each party has special relations with its colleagues, or may I say rivals in some cases.
Thank you. Well,
I've done this stupid map wrong. Hang on. Oh god.
shh, you're not here, right? Thank you for your thoughts here. We will go back to the studio.
Well, that is the results there. That's basically everything. I mean, certainly I'm going to quickly say I did not expect to be here. I thought I'd retired, but then I found out no one's going to do it, and I think election night is a very important night for Ireland. It's a very big thing that a lot of people come around and watch. I mean, I remember when I first joined the community, I was sat in the pub in the old game with Brian O'Kearney, and we were just watching results. And I think that's one of my favourite memories of Ireland, just watching those results, listening to all these different presenters come on. And again, I know I go through this every night, but I think it's very important we thank those who have been behind this, because, like I said, at least for me, someone like me, and I hope there are other people who think this, election night is one of the best parts of Ireland. It's one of the most active parts of Ireland. So I think for those who make it happen, it's so important to keep thanking them for everything they do, because it wouldn't exist, and this community wouldn't be as big as it is without them. So, I mean, for all the party representatives, thank you for coming out here. For all the party
I just have one thing I would like to say
Time.
quickly. I would like to give, because no one else has decided to do it, a massive thank you to Pamela, who has actually
I was going
run,
to get
because
to
obviously right now
You've ruined
It's
it.
our
You've
work.
ruined it. Best till last. You've ruined it. Okay, so like I said, I'm very thankful to the party leaders as well. You know, election night, elections wouldn't exist without them. But also thank you. I mean, as Killian said many times before, we never used to have these many panel representatives up. So it means
sorry.
a lot to have you all up here.
Who is this on the table doing the splits?
I don't know, and I don't care at this point.
Who is
that? Thank you, Jesse, for being on the map and doing amazing yoga for some of our viewers to replicate at home. Thank you to the Electoral Commission, obviously. They're the ones who orchestrate the whole thing, who do it well enough. Thank you to Neve. Again, she's about to become RTÉ Director General. I can't wait to see what she does there. And
Well, if William gets into government, I won't, but...
And then, thank you, Emperor, for being up here. And also for Queevin. I think that's how you say his name, Queevin. He's been an amazing person in Ireland, at least in my opinion. And then, again, thank you to Victoria as well for coming up here, doing the spin room, again, on a very short notice. But I think most important of all is to thank Kamna for everything she has done over the past few months. There would not be an RTE today. I genuinely believe that RTE would not be streaming today if Kamna hadn't come into power, you know, those 6 months ago. And she
was
has
actually
done... 9. Nearly a year. I don't think I've seen anyone nearly as dedicated as Kamla was to this service. And I think it's most important that we always thank, at least Kamla, for allowing us to bring these elections, for allowing us to record the duel and all these things. I mean, I think there's 4 election nights we brought to you, consecutive bell-to-bell recordings of the duel era, and they are actors actually. So I think, or 6, however many, it's such an impressive feat, and we truly have lost so much from Karma resigning, and I think we all can be on the same page when we say we can't wait to see what she does next, if there is anything there. So really, I want to finish this night. Yes, just to finish, Fianna Fáil 9 seats, Social Democrats on 6, Labour Party on 7, Fine Gael on 2. But I want to finish by saying, Kamla, you have been the best Director General for RTE, I think, by far. And thank you for being our Director General.
Daniel,
if there's
before
anything
you
else to
finish,
say.
I'd just like to... Yes, my fellow Irish, I took over Radio Television Éireann in January. And since then, it has been an amazing journey. We've had our ups and our downs, and we've seen some of the most magnificent events in Irish history happen live on RTE. And it has been the pleasure and the honor of a lifetime for me to be allowed so graciously, and my staff to be allowed so graciously, into your living rooms, on your phone screens, your laptops, and into your lives. I could never have done all this alone. I had to have the most amazing staff with me in the Republic, and I have no shame in saying that. I have no fear in saying that, because I understand the people that worked for me, and I understand how they work. I understand what they need to work and to bring you the high quality content that you've come so used to seeing. It was fun. We had some fun times. We opened boxes, spun wheels, sold vowels, and gave away a lot of money. I hope that RTE can keep the wheels spinning, figuratively and literally, over the next coming months and years. And I did recommend to the Minister for Communities, Culture, Language and Media that this lovely person in red next to me, Niamh McNamara, be appointed as my successor in the role. I trust Niamh to keep the good name of RTE intact. more than, quite frankly, anybody. She built this studio that we are broadcasting to you from this evening. She has presented several hours of content and is a trusted voice and name when it comes to Irish broadcasting. She will do well, and I trust that she will do well. Ladies and gentlemen, public broadcasting is so much more than just streams and stages. Public broadcasting is a public good. It is a public service, one that exists to bring you the news, the entertainment, and moments like this that are integral to our history, without bias, without fear, and without favor. That was the job that I came in to do, and I am very confident in the fact that we did that job over the last 9 months. I am grateful for the opportunity to have served you and to continue serving you on the Supreme Court of our glorious Republic. And I would just like to say thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. We love you for watching, and please keep watching us in the future. Go reeve me the August.